Hello everyone. So this quick revision series, I'm here with the first video as promised, and this is obviously a tagline is under 10 minutes. So this topic is about marriage and its definitions. So this comes under the paper 1 of anthropology, and it comes under topic 2.5. So let's begin. Let's talk about some standard definitions for marriage, and I think it should be kind of on your tongue when it comes to write about marriage. So it's a very simple term, and let's see. Marriage is considered as a legally and socially recognized union. So that's a very simple legally and socially recognized union between whom? Between two individuals, and who all are these individuals? Mostly between a man and a woman. So in a very simple term, legal recognitions and the social recognition between two individuals, mostly a man and a woman, is called marriage. So that's a standard definition. So marriage is again considered as an institution of a society, and society is what? Society is nothing but a society of human being, right? So it is an institution of society which meets the needs of human being. What are those needs? This is called psychological need and physiological needs. So physiological need is more or less a biological need, and psychological need is more about the group and the society need that one has, right, as a human being. So that's a standard thing about the as a marriage as an institution of society. There is some purpose of marriage, right? So it has few component for the purpose. The first component is the family formation. So as you know, this marriage is a key element for the family formations. The second one is offspring. Getting a child is the second, and I would say the second component of this purpose of marriage. And third was inheritance. So transfer of inheritance is kind of one of the components. And the third one is very important, which is called cultural values. So it says transmission of cultural values. So these 4 and 5 are the purpose of marriage. So you should keep this mind. Again, coming to the next, that marriage is not considered as a universal. So it's not a universal concept. And if you see that, and you not to if you look into the definitions and the disagreement between anthropologists, you will get to know that it's not widely accepted as a one single definition. And the reason is that it is not across same. You will find that this is not universal in terms of forms and in natures and even across the society. So hence here is kind of disagreement on the definitions, and hence it is called not universal. Moving ahead, based on the new societal norms and all, so new definition are coming up which curtails to those evolving societal norms and accommodating those diverse forms of marriage, and this includes even same-sex marriage also. So this is kind of like a point that you, when you are writing a marriage definition, you should write these as one also component. So it gives you a modern outlook of marriage from your perspective, right? So moving ahead, so let's give talk about a few definition by the anthropologists. So I will talk about first the James Fraser. He kind of very great anthropologist, and he has written a book called Marriage and Worship in Early Society. You can always give a reference to book where he has been writing about the definitions, and his name is Fraser. So he has talked about that union between a man and woman in a very plain, simple term, and so that child born to the woman are recognized as a legitimate offspring of both the parents. So if I can show you via some Venn diagram, so this is a kind of male and man, and this is kind of a woman. Both can be part, and this square bracket is called legal system. This man and woman can or may not be kind of a legal system, right? And when there's a union between them, the new a kind of offspring is there, right? So this offspring has to be kind of a legitimately recognized under any legal system. So this is how I wanted to define to you. You can always remember this standard definition and quote it in your answer. Moving next, So there is another anthropologist is called Murdoch. So he is kind of American anthropologist, and he gave a new look of this definition of marriage. So he said marriage is a universal institution. So he said that it's a kind of universal institution which required residential cohabitation, economic cooperation, and formation of nuclear family. So again, this is again very simple definition, but many of the anthropology do have many of the anthropologists has do have disagreement on this. So you can quote it just the right word and make the quotation of his name, and that will work for you. Moving to the next, there's another anthropologist called Kathleen Goff. So he is kind of very famous British anthropology, and he has given a kind of very modern and comprehensive definitions of marriage. So what is this definitions? So he says marriage is a relationship established between a woman, so woman is very must, and one or more than person which provides that a child born to the woman under the circumstances not prohibited by the rule of relationship and is accorded full birth status right common to the normal member of the society and social stratum. So again see, this is kind of very heavy loaded words. So it gives a kind of very comprehensive kind of definition in modern society that fits in, but again this is not widely a kind of matching with each and every culture. So you can quote this definition when you are writing for the marriage, and always name this Goff, the anthropologist name. So this is for this video for marriage and definition. I think you should at least, this is the bare minimum thing that you can keep in mind and get it by heart, and put this, just keep this terminology and the definition on your tongue, so that when you start writing these terminologies in this sense, so that it will make a lot of sense. Okay, the last is obviously a new thing, not a new thing, but yeah, just a Telegram information. You can always join this Telegram via looking at any descriptions. You will find this Telegram link. Join over there. You will get regular update about any information about this anthropology for UPSC channel. May it be current affairs, some news, theories, diagrams, case studies, and whatnot, and any other initiative being taken under this channel. So here I am completing. Thank you very much. Bye bye.